Hey entrepreneurs, what's the difference between streaming on Facebook Live or YouTube Live? Today we're taking a look at these two platforms to decide which one is right for you and your brand. So here's the deal. A Facebook Live streams onto your business page. It is there forever for your audience to see, and we know that people are really social over on Facebook. And so having your stream on Facebook is going to be really great because it notifies your followers, it gets that collection of people who are already interacting with your content to engage with you while you're live streaming, and it's also helpful because you can repurpose this over on YouTube or on any of your other social media platforms as well. I love streaming on Facebook, especially because I've built up a really strong following there. But there's also YouTube, which I happen to use as well in my other businesses. I love streaming on YouTube because it goes directly to YouTube. I do not have to repurpose it. I don't have to pull that footage and put it up on YouTube. It's already there, and if I do my SEO stuff properly, it's ready to go from the time I start streaming until the time I'm done, and I don't have to press extra buttons or add in extra content later on. Now, I love YouTube because it is searchable. YouTube is owned by Google, which is the biggest search engine in the world, YouTube being the second biggest. And when you are streaming on YouTube, you are actually getting your content kicked out to more and more people because when they search for it in the aftermath of this, they are going to be able to find your replay, whereas Facebook is not searchable. So Facebook might have a little more life when it comes to getting people to come join you live because they are already there and the social media platform notifies them, and it's something that people spend a lot of time on. Whereas with YouTube, it can be a little harder to get your audience to show up and engage with you and interact with you in real time because that is less of a social media platform, more of a search engine. People are not there just browsing and finding you within their feeds. They are going to be finding you on the replay. So it comes down to, do you want that engagement up front? Have you built that audience on Facebook? Are you ready to go over on Facebook and then wish to repurpose over on YouTube? If that's what you want to do, go with Facebook. But if you're looking for search capabilities and you're okay with having a smaller audience that's not going to naturally find you while you're live, then go over to YouTube. And if you want, you can of course repurpose that content over to Facebook and Instagram and your other social media platforms as well, but it's already on YouTube, which saves you a whole bunch of steps. Now, I use both of these in my business, and I do this because I have audiences built in different places. I stream over on Facebook with my audience that I developed on Facebook before I really had the capability to go live on YouTube when I'm using my program Be Live, which allows me to do all of my customized branding and the cool things that I'm doing within my live streams. Now, I stick around on Facebook because I have that audience there, but for my brand new platform that launched a month ago and has already exceeded all expectations and has landed me a really cool sponsorship opportunity, I am streaming on YouTube because it's more accessible to people. Not everybody has a Facebook profile, but most people have YouTube or can just watch YouTube from their phones, from their devices, from their computers, and so it is really cool for that audience to come over to YouTube, but I had to train them. I started out on Facebook with my one business, and it would be really hard for me to transition over to YouTube because they're not trained to be there. They're trained to look for me on Facebook, so I'm sticking with Facebook for that one. But for all of my future projects, I'm actually streaming on YouTube because YouTube gives me that searchability. It has a little bit more accessibility, and while it's harder to get people to show up live over on YouTube, I find it absolutely worth it. So what are you going to do? Jump down in my comments and let me know. Do you prefer Facebook Lives where you can go live on your business page or in your groups, or do you prefer going live on YouTube? Sound off down below and let me know. And if you're thinking, but wait a second, KM, there's still another place that you can be live streaming and should be live streaming within your business to actively engage your fans, I'm going to say, you're right. Hit that subscribe and notification bell because in my next video, I'm actually breaking down a really cool way that you can do a screen share workaround hack for Instagram Live. Now, at this point, we know that we can screen share both on YouTube and on Facebook. It is essential for us entrepreneurs to be able to screen share, to have words on screen, to have overlays, to pull up comments. There's so much we can do within Facebook and YouTube that we can't do on Instagram. And this week, I got kind of an unhappy comment on one of my videos because somebody wanted to screen share on Instagram, and that's just not capable, or that's just not a capability with the API currently closed on Instagram. We don't have that ability to be putting things up on our screen, but Instagram has given us a little hack. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this workaround in the next video, so hit that subscribe and notification bell so that you don't miss out, so that you can leverage your business really, really effectively over on Instagram too. And of course, make sure you are sticking around for all of our videos and our talk show, the Social Media for Bosses, and the Social Media for Bosses podcast with completely unique content from our talk show. We are live here on the YouTube channel quite a few times during the week for our Ask Me Anythings, where I'm answering your questions in real time for 20 minutes, to our talk show, to the videos that we're dropping, and of course the podcast everywhere favorite podcast are streaming that comes out every single Sunday. You do not want to miss out on these. And let me know down in the comments, what are you struggling with right now? I would love to get you help on social media so that you can grow those profitable businesses through smart social media marketing. I'll see you guys in the next video as I'm showing you that amazing workaround hack for how to screen share on Instagram. Until then, have a great day and stay inspired.